Hello everybody and welcome to Story Time with me, Miss Anna. So lovely to see you all. Today's story is a fable. Do any of you know what a fable is? Can I tell you? It's a story where the author uses animals to act out people, reactions of humans, and then they want us, the listeners, to hear, listen for, and learn a lesson from that story. So there's a hidden message in the story, a little lesson. So I don't want to tell you what the lesson is, because otherwise I'm unwrapping the gift before you've even looked at it. So I want you to listen. I'm going to read you the story. Listen carefully. Look at all the characters. Listen to what the characters are saying. And then right at the end, I want you to have a little think. What is the lesson we can learn from our story, The Rainbow Fish? The author and illustrator is Marcus Pfister. Can you see? Good. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silvery scales among them. Look how shiny. Wow. That's beautiful. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They were looking at him. They called him Rainbow Fish. Come on, Rainbow Fish, they would call. Come and play with us. But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud, silent, letting his scales shimmer. He ignored the others when they wanted him to join them. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. Rainbow Fish, he called, wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful, and you have so many. You want one? You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are? Cried the Rainbow Fish. Get away from me! Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset. He told all his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the Rainbow Fish. They turned away when he swam by. Rainbow Fish was not very kind there, was he? Shooing the little blue fish away. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales, with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day he poured out his troubles to the starfish. I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me? I can't answer that for you, said the starfish. But if if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you. A very lonely rainbow fish looking for help. The rainbow fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly, two eyes caught him in the glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. This is the wise octopus. Wise, it means he does lots of thinking, good thinking. I have been waiting for you, said the octopus with a deep voice. The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy. So Octopus is encouraging him to share his scales so that he can feel happy. I wonder how that's going to work. I can't, the rainbow fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. Give away my scales? My beautiful shiny scales? Never! How could I ever be happy without them? So Rainbow Fish is not sure about this sharing thing, because he thinks if he hasn't got any scales, shimmery scales, that he's going to be miserable. But he's miserable now, and he's got all of them. Suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. Rainbow Fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale. The Rainbow Fish wavered. Only one very, very small shimmery scale, he thought. Well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one. He's going to share one scale. Carefully, the Rainbow Fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much. The little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in amongst his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the Rainbow Fish. For a long time he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. He looks happy, sharing, and he is very happy. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing, so it didn't take long before the Rainbow Fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The Rainbow Fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became when the water around him filled with glimmering scales. he at last felt at home among the other fish. He's been sharing with everybody, and he's loving it. It's like, one for you, and another one for you, one for you. There you go. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shiny scale left. His most prized possessions had been given away. Yet he was very happy. "Come on, rainbow fish," they called. "Come and play with us." "Here I come," said the rainbow fish, and happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. The end. Did you like it? Oh, I'm so glad. What do you think? If you could think of one thing that the rainbow fish learned in this story, what do you think is that lesson? Oh, somebody said it. Sharing is caring. Oh my goodness, well done for saying that. Yes, sharing is caring. And if you remember, in the beginning of the book, he didn't have friends because he was selfish. He didn't want to share with the little blue fish. He was the only one who asked. Then, in the middle of the story, he got some advice from the wise octopus. And she said, sharing is caring. You'll be happy if you share. And right at the end of the story, look at all the friends he had. Because he shared, which means he cared. I hope you do lots of good sharing. At home, at school, wherever you are. Sharing is caring. Thank you, rainbow fish. Have a lovely week, you guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.